Hey YouTube, that Brady chick here. So I know what you're thinking. Where did these braids come from? I know. But remember, I told y'all that, I like to protect style during the winter. So of course I had braids. Like, hello. Okay, so anyways, let's get right into it, shall we? So first things first is we got to take these out. Like, it's been a few weeks, not long, maybe just 4 weeks with these in. But as you can see, the top is pretty frizzy, the sides are pretty frizzy, and that just means that my hair is growing out. Unfortunately, don't ask why I'm making that face, because I'd like to know as well. But anyways, so we're gonna start by sectioning off the braids. I'm gonna put my little Leia side buns in, I guess. I guess that's what I should call it. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna section off my hair, and the sections that I work on, I'm going to cut them in half so that it's easier to kind of unbraid. I don't know. It'll make sense when you actually see it. So just allow it, okay? Allow me. Give me some time. So as you can see, I'm wearing lavender colored nails. Yes, those are my real genetic nails. Oh my god, I'm so annoying. But no, what I was going to say is I'm just using a hair tie to kind of, I don't even know what I'm saying here. Girl, shut up. Let me do the talking, please. Thanks. So as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect, clearly. As long as it's out of the way, that's all that matters. So I'm gonna work with what I have right now. So now I'm just kind of pulling out the bottom section, making sure none of the above strands or braids are in the way while I'm doing so. What did I forget? Oh my god. Where am I going? Girl, come back! Oh, she back, y'all. She back. And she brought a bag. Yeah, so I guess that's important too to mention. So basically, the bag is for the hair that I'm about to take out of my head. I don't want to put it in our regular trash because it's gonna get really, really full, and my mom hates seeing the extensions in there, so I always get the bag for that. So, anyways, this is pretty much how I get to give myself an idea of where my hair ends in the braid, if that makes sense. So clearly, as you can see, my finger marks the spot. Oh, bless you, girl. Yeah, my finger marks the spot, so that's exactly where I'm going to cut. Not directly where my hair ends, but a few inches, I guess, um, down from where it ends, just in case. Just so I don't cut off my actual hair, and I'm only cutting off the braid. Okay, so these are just paper cutting scissors. I'm not using actual hair cutting scissors because I'm not cutting off my actual hair right now. I'm only cutting off hair that's not mine. But when it comes down to cutting my own hair, of course, I'm only going to resort to using proper hair cutting scissors because that's really important. Okay, so now that that's finally over, we can finally go ahead and unbraid these because it is time to go. So, the first thing we're going to use is some warm water just to soften up the curls when you're first taking them out, followed by some detangler, aka coconut oil, which is really, really good for detangling your hair, especially after weeks of not detangling. So now we can go ahead and use our fingers to kind of unravel the braids, or we can use a tail tooth comb. Tail comb, whatever people call them. I don't know, rat tail, whatever. So either your fingers or a rat tail comb, whatever you're comfortable with, but clearly I'm more comfortable with my fingers. So I'm going to unravel that till I get to the very top where I can just slide the braid right off, just like that. And that's my real hair right there. Ooh. And I'll be able to detangle it from that. Of course, you'll get a bit of shedding because, again, your hair hasn't been detangled for however long you've kept the style in for. I kept it in for 4 weeks, so of course there's going to be 4 weeks worth of shedding, whatever, that's life. But yeah, I'm going to have to deal with that, so I'll show you how. What I did first was spray my ends with the warm water and then worked my way up to the root of the hair just to soften the whole section up so that it can be prepared for detangling. So now I'm just rubbing that same warm water further into the section, smoothing out that section and detangling as I go, just so that there's even distribution. So don't be afraid to apply a little bit more of that warm water if needed. So now it's time to apply the coconut oil and get that detangling process going. Ooh, would you look at her go? Oh, and trust me, it may come off as though I'm being really rough with my section, but in reality, I'm actually being as careful as possible because I'm not trying to rip out my very tender, very fragile 4C hair. It may have grown out pretty sufficiently, but you know, it's always going to be fragile, so I have to treat it like a baby. So pretty much after that, once it's fully detangled, I just simply twist it up and I put it away. Simple enough? Yeah? No? Well, let's speed it up anyway, because I'm sure you're as tired of seeing my face as I am, so let's just go right to the end. So if you pay as much attention to detail as I do, you would notice how different the quality in video is compared to the last few clips that you've just witnessed. That is because my laptop, okay, I'll explain what you just saw there in a minute, just give me a sec. But yeah, that is because my laptop died, so I have to use my iPod now, so sucks for me. But anyways, what you just saw there was not dandruff or anything yucky or anything like that. It was mostly just buildup, which is products that were used to keep my hair moisturized while in the braids will build up on your roots. It's just inevitable. It happens. Yes, my hair was shampooed while in the braids. Don't even worry about a hoodie, but you know, products get stuck in there and then it creates that film. So before you come for me, just remember that, okay? During these next few clips, you're going to see me kind of looking off to the side a lot, and that's because I'm watching something on Netflix at the same time, so it's definitely a good way to keep yourself distracted when you're doing your hair, especially if it's going to be a super long process like this one was. So yeah, it just kind of makes it more entertaining, obviously, and makes the process feel a little quicker, even though it's not. So finally twisting up that last section, and I'm done. It may not show on my face, but trust me, I was really excited. So here's a little length check for you guys. So if you recall from my previous video, I did trim my natural hair. So that's why it pretty much looks the same length that it did before the trim. So the next time I take down my braids, it should be a little longer than this. I'm all oily, but thanks for watching. And always remember, natural hair grows. Don't you forget it.